Why? It's a time to be jolly.
It is. It
Simon
is
scares me.
definitely time to be jolly, guys, because this is our Christmas holiday special. Um,
The enthusiasm just left the room. This is our Christmas holiday special. You better
I'm
enjoy it.
tired. I am tired. I'm sick. I I want to do this, but also I have too many thoughts and too many projects going on leading up to Christmas. It's killing me.
Yeah.
Um. Uh. So for this special episode, we will be going back in time a bit. Um. To give a little glimpse into how Yahli and Caspar were before their new mission. Um, we will be going back in time until right around when Caspar first came to Elmira. Um,
Here we go.
Caspar, you began your time in Elmira. You were kind of in lead up to the new year, so you could start fresh at the beginning of the year. Um, and so you have maybe been here for a month and a half, 2 months, kind of just settling in, being shown around, being told about all of the important things that you would need to know about in order to live in this city. Um, and now that some of that time has passed, winter has truly set in, and the festivities of winter have begun. Yahli, this is something that you are more familiar with, having lived here since you were a child. But Caspar, this is very new to you because up until this point, you have only ever experienced the way that nobility celebrates the winter festivities. Um,
Yeah.
and today is the first day of festivities in what will then be about a week long celebration. And this is the first Starfall. Um, uh, the
Starfall.
the town has been decorated with lots of little glittering lights strung from rooftops across the tops of streets. Um, there is freshly fallen snow on the ground uh, that has been sculpted by many children into little statues of people or animals, or in many cases, big stars on pedestals. Um, the the town of Elmira, or the city of Elmira, has kind of come together over the years to find sort of one big communal celebration for all of the various winter holidays that have existed in various parts of the world where all of these people are coming from. Um, and one thing that is very common across many cultures is the mythos of the origin of snow, which is that a star had burst and all of that stardust fell to the earth and littered its ground, and that is what snow is, which is why you have the week of Starfall, where you are celebrating sort of the origin of winter and snow. Um, and while many cultures have their own independent traditions that may happen in private homes. There is a large communal celebration that happens throughout the streets of Elmira that revolves around the core concept of that myth. Caspar, you are still very new here. You don't have a lot of connections. You definitely don't have any friends yet. But you have made some introductions and now have gained some acquaintances in the 2 months that you have been here. And the main person that you know who will be speaking to you is the-woven-rift, your mentor.
Yo! I was wondering when she would come in.
You
My God.
are in your home, very well kept, but again, a very humble abode. No one here particularly lives in like particular luxury, but everyone has all the comforts they could want or need. Everyone is cared for in this town, including you. And as you are in your home with the sounds of children laughing as they chase each other through the streets outside, you hear a light knocking on your door.
Well, Caspar will get up from whatever important things he is doing. He's a very busy man, recent hire into the capital. And he'll walk over to the door, and he'll open up, see who's here to see him.
You open the door to see your mentor standing there. She stands at about 5'11", maybe 6 foot. She's very slender, has very sharp features. She looks almost as if she has been carved from ice. Her skin is extremely pale, almost white as quartz. And she is stood there in a deep green robe with a large, like, furry, fluffy collar that is then wrapped and tied at the waist. She has thick leather gloves on and is wearing heavy boots. Her hair, as always, is wrapped in braids in a little bun. And she is looking at you with piercing red eyes. Caspar Kulson.
Lady Agrova, tell me what's the occasion?
The occasion is that you are alone during the holidays.
Well, forgive me, it's not a very uncommon occurrence, but
I strive
it's
to
true,
change
I'm
that.
alone. Yes, master. Well, the home is always open to you, though there's not much in it yet. I haven't exactly
And the
finished.
streets of Elmira are always open to you. Come, join me for a walk.
Sure. And he'll close the door behind him and walk out with her.
She leads you through the streets in silence for a moment. Sort of just focusing straight ahead. You know her to be a very, like, pinpoint focus kind of person. But as you get just a little further away from where you reside, you watch that, like, tense posture that she has always had relax. And she hunches just a little more, her shoulders drop, and she breathes out, her breath crystallizing in the air in front of you, and she turns her head slightly in your direction. So, tell me of the celebrations that you carried out in the winter at your home.
The Kulson household was a estate that was mostly in the north, so whenever winter came around, traditionally it was very important to stay shacked up. Blizzards are very frequent. Um, but with the holidays, really, it was just celebrations of very modest account. Resources are very tough. The Colson household specifically, though, we had a feast. We had called in local nobles. Of course, it'd be very difficult to have anyone come from afar, but they never felt any different than a standard party of nobles from months prior. It's definitely different than Elmira here.
A feast. That is very reasonable. Then I do extend a direct invitation to the feast that will be held in front of the palace this evening.
Really? Well, I'd be overjoyed. Yes, I'd love to go.
Good. I expect to see you there. 6 o'clock. Do not be late.
6 o'clock, of course.
In the meantime, I do have a task for you.
Of course. What's the?
Despite your
What's?
upbringing, do not shack yourself up in your home. Explore the streets, see what the city has to offer in its brightest moments.
You know, it's difficult because I'm not very familiar with these people, and
Then become
you never
familiar.
know what's out there. Yes, ma'am. I'll take the afternoon to explore and celebrate with the people of the city.
She pats you on the shoulder um, and gives you a nod, and you do see, again, for the first time, the faintest of smiles. And she turns, sort of like pushing you just further into the streets as she turns to head off to her own little tasks for the day.
Okay. Well,
Yahli,
Yes.
where
Hello.
would you find yourself on the morning of the first day of Starfall?
Gosh. Well, I've been here for years now, and I'm leaning towards adulthood, so that wintry cheer has kind of worn off a little bit. But I would assume the childish spirit is still there, probably gathering snow and throwing them at local kids to start like little snowball fights. Um, Things like that, walking around markets, spreading happy holiday messages to the local butcher, and just things like that. Just existing in the space, most likely.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Lovely. Okay, perception check. First roll is the Christmas special.
oh ho ho.
Oh, and it's not great. 14. Well, it's not bad.
That's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
It's not bad. 14.
I'm so nervous.
You hear just slightly too late the quick crunching of snow between fast-moving feet and
Oh.
the giggles of some of the kids that live in this area. And just slightly too late, you turn and a snowball pelts you in the shoulder as these kids burst out cackling.
Mm.
Um, one of them like points and kind of jeers at you. You probably know by now that one of the big challenges that the kids, specifically around the area that you live in, have started every Starfall is to try and hit you with a snowball.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You just got hit, bitch.
Okay, damn. All right. Okay. Yeah, go ahead. Go on.
Yeah, these kids kind of laugh. One of them, presumably the one who hit you with the snowball, is like sort of jumping up and down with a big grin, clearly proud of herself.
Oh.
And then another snowball goes flying past your head as a second group of
God.
kids come in from another street.
I'm gonna have to start running. There's an ambush at this point.
You are kind of getting cornered a little by these two different groups of kids. What do you want to do?
I'm going to pick up as much snow as quickly as possible and try to make as big of a ball as I can.
Okay.
How many kids are there? Like close to me.
There are 4 kids that are about like 15 feet away. And then
Okay, I'm gonna make.
there are 3 more that are then an additional 15 feet.
I'm going to make the biggest snowball I can and absolutely launch it at these 4 kids that are closest to me, and then pick whatever street does not have children running at me and stampeding and sprint down that street.
Okay.
Hit him
Go
and turn
ahead.
tail.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a ranged attack check.
Okay. So that was a nat 1.
You you
That
collect
sucks.
up all this snow. You get this huge snowball, and as you are moving to throw it at this group of kids, you get pelted in the back of the head with another snowball and kind of tumble forward and drop your snowball, and it just kind of scatters snow everywhere, which alerts the kids, and a third group of kids come in from another street.
Lord have
You
mercy.
have one route to escape in, as the other 3 are all blocked off with kids that are now gathering snow to pelt you with more snowballs.
Gosh, I'm not gonna win this fight, am I? Okay, well, I must surely be faster than them, so we're gonna book it for the last open street.
You book it. You take off running. You are certainly faster than they are. These are tiny children with tiny child legs. They also are very quickly like beginning to fight with each other because they all want to
Sweet.
be able to claim the victory of the most snowballs that have hit Yahli. So
Sweet.
as you are running and getting further and further away, and these kids are kind of tumbling over each other, they begin throwing snow at each other, and very quickly you find yourself at the end of the street with plenty of escape options, and about 50 feet behind you, these kids are now all just cackling and throwing snowballs at each other and pushing each other into piles of snow.
Sweet.
And
Okay.
as you turn down one street, continuing your little jaunt about town, go ahead and give me another perception check.
Okay. We have. Oh, nice. 21.
21.
Got brains today.
As you are walking down this street, you can very faintly hear a familiar sort of stifled giggling coming from an alley that is about 5 feet in front of you.
Oh. Um, do I recognize the giggle?
Oh, definitely. For sure.
Okay. I'm gonna assume there's snow on the ground
Mm-hmm.
where I'm standing.
Oh,
Okay.
everywhere.
Biggest snowball I can make. I'm gonna chuck it in the alley. Round two.
You pick up as much snow as you can, make it into the biggest snowball you can carry, and take a few steps forward and just hurl it around the corner into the alleyway. You hear it make contact with the target. Snow scatters across the alley. You hear someone fall on their ass into the snow, and it goes silent for a minute before Kessa begins cackling. And sort of slowly pushes herself to her feet again and sort of stumbles, brushing the snow off of her clothes to the end of the alley. I thought I was going to get you. And I will,
Yeah,
one of these years. I will get you.
no, you will not. You never will. Not
I
before I get
will.
you first. No, I don't think so.
One of these days, I'm gonna get you, and you won't know it hit you.
Sure you will. Yeah. You can keep telling yourself that.
Get over here. And she reaches out and grabs, like, the lapel of your jacket and pulls you closer and presses a little kiss to your cheek.
I have a lapel on my jacket? That's so fancy. Okay. Where are we? Are we like in market area or how close are we to
You're probably kind of adjacent to the market right now.
Sweet. Are there holiday markets?
There are so many holiday markets.
Let's go to holiday market.
Yeah. She kind of wraps herself around one of your arms as you guys walk to one of the holiday markets in the vicinity. And she's just sort of like talking about what she's been up to today. She has a very bright smile. Starfall has always been like the holiday that has made her the happiest. And as you kind of finally break out of the just more empty streets into the more crowded streets where these markets are taking place, she kind of reaches the end of her rambling and looks up at you and tilts her head. So, you excited for this season?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, it's it's the same as it is every year. It's always nice to be able to hang out with your family and your friends and your, you know, loved ones. So,
Speaking of family, your uncles, are they going to throw another rager this year?
God, I hope not. I really hope not.
It
I was
was
so
kind of
tired
messy
waking up the
last year.
next day. Yeah, well, we don't have to talk about that. Again, they probably will, knowing them.
We don't have to go.
Yeah, but is it worth it arriving the next morning and hearing Kay make fun of me and ask me what I was getting up to last night? Or rather, who? Not sure I really want to have to explain that one.
What, you don't like telling your uncles about our extremely romantic dates?
Uh, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say it's my favorite pastime. Really.
You're adorable. Are you this
How about
shy
that
with
either?
literally everyone?
Listen, look there's snow on the ground. There's markets hanging about. I think we should go look at one of the stores that are over there. Don't you think?
You know,
Isn't
for
that what we're
someone who
supposed to be
fights
doing?
for a living, you sure are scared.
No, of course. Scared is. I've never been scared in my life. Actually, I don't know if you know that. One little fun fact about me is I've actually never been terrified of anything ever.
I don't know, you seem
So
pretty terrified of just having a conversation.
no. I love to talk. In fact, I think that you should talk more. I have so many questions to ask.
Okay, go ahead, ask.
Um, I know you like, you know, the Starfall and stuff like that. So, why?
It's so peaceful.
That's
We
the
have,
only reason?
well, we have our summer holidays, and they're always so, like, bright and loud, and lots of
Mm.
music and dancing, and I mean, the spring holidays are basically the same, just with prettier colors. And fall, you know, the kids really get into dressing up and running about, causing havoc.
Yeah, I like that one too, to be honest.
Yeah, I know you do.
All right.
But Starfall is just quiet and peaceful, and everyone always seems so happy just to be together.
That's true.
Besides,
But
it's a lot of reminders of you. And she
uh,
places a couple of coins on the table of one vendor and picks up a little cookie that is shaped like a star and hands it to you.
oh, that's so cute. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay. Focus. I got focus. I'm just imagining winter in Elmira, and I'm like, this is so sweet. But I have to like remember that we're playing D&D. Okay. um, Yahli's gonna split the cookie in half, and obviously split it really poorly. And so there's gonna be like a larger side, and she'll give the larger side to Kessa, and just one bite jump the other side.
Kessa Kessa looks at you with like a little bit like in disbelief and then just shakes her head and stuffs the other half in her mouth. But she's so much smaller than you and she got the bigger half, so she has kind of the like chipmunk cheeks as she's chewing the cookie.
I love like a character that is so useless and is also such a shit post at the same time.
um
Um, sweet.
yeah, and you and Kessa kind of make your way through the markets, uh having more conversation. um you get stopped every now and then by people who are friends of your uncle, uh, who just want to chat, check in, kind of hand off gifts for you to give to your uncles for them. Um, Caspar, you've been made to go out into the city and explore and familiarize yourself with some people.
Yes.
Uh, where would you like to head? You know there are different markets that are open. Um, they kind of reside around some of the larger like production places. So there is a market that is based around several of the like woodworking shops, and a lot of the people there are selling hand carved items, or just other little crafts that they've made. And then like around the butcher's shop, there's a lot of food stalls. Around the tailors, there are a lot of like clothing stalls. There is also various like taverns that you know of that have kind of holiday dishes being served, holiday drinks available. And then, of course, there's the palace where there is like a general sort of holiday party that is ongoing.
Um, I think I'm gonna go to one of the markets first. Get my bearings with the people.
Okay.
What markets are like near what areas in terms of like production? Like I know the woodworking ones exist, but is there any other ones that are like popular?
Mm, I think the biggest one that is, I think the most popular one on the first day is probably the clothing stalls. Um,
Hmm.
because people like to very early on buy their really cozy, comfy sweaters, and like get nice and bundled up for the rest of the celebrations that they will be spending mostly outdoors.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of Starfall, it will quickly like have devolved into a lot of eating and drinking.
Okay. Let's go check it out. Just
Yeah,
say hi to some people, I guess.
you head towards sort of like the tailor's block, where there are a, a large collection of different tailor shops that kind of all specialize in different clothings. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and the surrounding like 5 or 6 blocks are just the streets are filled with tables and tents that are all selling various handcrafted items. And the spaces between all those tables and tents are filled with people bustling about, all chatting. There are so many bright smiles, lots of laughter, lots of hugs as people greet each other. Um, and you make your way into the crowd. Um, you're kind of like getting the typical sort of being flagged down by stall owners that want you to come look at their goods.
Mm-hmm.
And you do get a lot of people kind of looking at you. You are very new to town, and most people don't recognize you.
Right. Does anybody in particular really jut out, either if they're looking at me, flagging me down, any sort of like, is there anybody that seems more, let me think about what Caspar would be prioritizing in the moment. Hmm.
Give me an investigation check.
Okay. I can use my actual dice. What's my investigation? Oh, +5. Oh my gosh. That'd be a 10.
A 10. Um, you are kind of here. It's very overwhelming. But one thing that does stand out very, very quickly is that one of these stalls is selling clothing that is very familiar to you. It's not anything that you have ever worn, but it is something that you have seen quite a bit from your hometown. It's what the non noble people wore. But it is
Hmm.
a very traditional northern outfit of what is kind of like a poncho, but that has uh, like a more kind of upward cut in the front that like
Mm-hmm.
stops right kind of at that point in the rib cage in the middle, right about where your sternum is, and then cuts out and down, kind of looking a bit like wings. And the backside is decorated with feathers of native birds to the northern areas. And
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of The feathering is how you differentiate which specific region in the north this is from.
I kind of glance over and see if the region I am from is among those many.
You do see the region that you are from.
Okay.
You see a cloak that has stark black feathers running down the back, with every now and then just a feather that is pure white.
I'll walk over. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
head over, and as you approach, the stall owner kind of leans forward a bit. She's a younger lady. She seems to be maybe about your age. And she smiles as you approach. Uh, Hello. Uh, take a look. If you like anything, we can make a bargain. If you don't, then
Alrighty. Well, where are you from?
well, as I'm sure you can tell, from the north. Uh,
Mhm.
Never really settled in any one place. Kind of a bit of a nomad.
Well, I come from the Kulson estate.
The Colsons. I do think I've heard of you. Your family. Can't remember the town you're from. But you're a big name, aren't you?
Right. Well, I see you have my region's colors here.
I do try and
Mhm.
keep a broad range. Never know who you might run into.
Exactly. Well, how have been sales during these festivities? Are you very popular here?
I wouldn't say very popular, but popular enough.
I see. Well, how much do you go for?
Like I said, we can make a bargain.
A bargain. Let's see. How much do coats of this quality usually go for in the market? I'm not very familiar.
Well, I do seem to be perhaps underselling just a little bit, but I'm selling these for starting of like 10 copper.
Copper. That is very underselling for such quality work. Well, hmm. Let's see. Well, I may as well represent my people in such a foreign land. Let's make it a gold piece.
All right.
That and a bit of information, if you don't mind providing.
What kind of information are you
Uh,
after?
well, I'm not too familiar with Elmira. I was trying to see if there's anywhere I would be interested in going of someone of a little higher stature without having to worry.
I think you'll be fine in just about the whole city.
Right, right. Okay. Well, anywhere where you would recommend?
Do you like music?
As much as any other, I imagine.
There's a late night performance after the feast out front of the palace. There's a tavern near the city wall on the southern border.
Right.
There's a bard there, plays just about every night.
Hmm.
Most gorgeous songs I've ever heard. And I've been in a lot of places, a lot of bards.
Well, I'll be sure to check it out myself then. And the cloak. I'll
She
be sure to wear
takes the cloak off the rack, um,
it.
and sort of like
My
folds it over an arm and holds it out to you. I'll see you at the performance tonight then.
I hope to see you as well.
And she gives you a very warm
Get my
smile
mink on.
as she hands you this coat. And as you pull this cloak on, it feels warmer than it should, and you very quickly pick up that it is lightly enchanted to just keep you warm. You also quickly pick up on the faint but very present smell of Edelweiss. And she gives you a grin and a nod as you turn to make your way through the rest of the market.
Enchantment. It's a nice touch.
Or just say
Well,
shit, dude. Just says whatever.
he just
So
says
wild.
shit.
What part of the kingdom am I gonna be safest in of someone of my status?
Am I gonna
That
be
is
mugged
hot,
while I'm
bro.
here?
It's just an insane thing to say.
You gotta realize it. You gotta be careful out in these streets.
Yahli,
Totally. Yeah.
what market are you heading towards now?
Presumably one with knitting or sewing materials or crafts of that nature, potentially.
Oh.
Okay.
Why?
You head towards the like Taylor's district.
Oh, okay. Fair.
Uh,
Me thinking it'd be a separate market.
and you walk into the crowd with Kessa still wrapped around your arm. Um, you watch Kessa light up as she sees all the fabrics that are for sale, all of the well-made clothes. She's kind of just going gaga over all of the tailors here.
Mm.
Uh, you you see people, bustling about, exchanging a lot of kind words, making purchases, pulling on freshly bought coats and sweaters and cloaks. Um, some people are like sat up on the edge of a table, pulling on new boots. Um, there's uh, there's a young man about your age that you see who is pulling on a like feathered coat. Um, uh, what would you're looking for sewing materials, needles, thread,
Mm-hmm.
buttons. Um,
Yeah.
there is a stand that has a couple of like shelves behind it that are decorated in little boxes that have buttons on the front to show you what type of button is in what box, with
Mm-hmm.
little like sewing kits kind of laid out on the table in front. It's an elderly woman whose hair is kind of salt and pepper now, as she is quietly patching up a coat, smiling out at the crowd.
Great. I'm gonna assume I have some money on me.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how much, but we'll find out. Um, yeah, I guess we'll head over there to that nice lady.
You um, you head over to this sweet older woman, uh, and she grins a little wider as you approach, and gives you a bit of a nod. Take a look, see what you like.
Sweet, thank you. I don't actually know what Yahli's looking for. But probably just some nice materials for cassettes or something, because Yahli can't do shit in the realm of sewing or knitting.
Uh,
But maybe if there's like coppery colored yarn or thread,
yeah, go
something like
ahead and uh, do do a little investigation check.
little investigation. That is a 4, my lord.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You look across this table. There's so many things here, and your eyes are just kind of darting from one thing to the next, not really processing it. It's a very like packed table. Um, and as you are kind of just standing there for a while, not saying anything, just staring, completely lost, uh, this like this woman kind of chuckles. You're looking for a gift then?
Yeah, kind of. I just wanted her to have some more thread, you know, for
Well,
her crafts.
tell me about her.
Well, she's pretty lovely. Um, uh, uh she's really good at sewing. Pretty smart. Very very kind. She's got this coppery colored hair, kind of fair. Like I mean, she's literally right there, so you can look at her. But just yeah, kind and cool and smart and awesome and pretty pretty beautiful. Uh, yeah,
You sound like my wife.
I sound like your wife.
Yes. Nervous, stuttering, clearly head
Ah,
over heels for this adorable young lady.
yeah. Uh, you could say that for sure.
She reaches under the table and produces uh, various spools of like metallic looking threads that
Ew.
kind of go in a gradient from like a very like crystalline white to like
Mm-hmm.
a very stark silver to all the way to like a very bright almost red gold,
Mm.
and sort of just shows you the threads and then closes that box, um, and ties it up with a little bow and hands it to you.
Oh, that's so cute. Okay. Uh, this looks great. How much are they?
For you, it's free.
Oh no, you don't have to do that. I'm sure I have some coins lying around, and she's gonna sift through her pockets looking
Uh,
for wherever the
she
fuck she put
she
the coin.
reaches across the table and like sort of gently holds your arm. I would prefer to simply support a blossoming love like yours.
Thank you. Um. Happy holidays.
I hope you
She's
have a
gonna
bright
just
Starfall. And she leans back in her chair and returns to her little
take the
repair
box.
job.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Oh, Jesus.
I love old people. Okay. Yeah, sweet. Yali will take the box and kind of shuffle sideways towards wherever to whatever Kessa's doing and look over her shoulder and just go. So so what are you looking for?
She sort of like reaches up and like traces a finger across your jaw, just kind of back and forth as she's very focused on a table that is splayed out with fabrics. Um, and she's like running her hand over different fabrics and kind of assessing how like stiff they are, the like if the patterning is kind of rough or if it's very smoothly made. And then she sort of
Uh,
pauses and like turns over her shoulder to look up at you. I just need some new fabrics for some projects for the holiday season.
right. And um, what 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 what's this about?
She turns and sort of leans against the table behind her, um, and reaches up and like cups your cheek and brushes a thumb over your skin. Am I not allowed to be affectionate with you?
Oh, I mean, you can. I just thought you were comparing my me to the fabric, and so I was a little confused. You could do what you want.
I would never
You can.
dare compare fabric to you.
Well, there's some really nice fabric out there. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Why
yeah.
would I compare fabric to your skin?
Well, I don't know. I guess that doesn't really make any sense. But it would just it contextually it was just kind of what I was thinking of at the time. Um.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I have this for you. Just gonna just pull the box out. This is for you. For the is
Have
your
I
is
told you
your
how
gift.
adorable you are?
Yeah, you said that maybe 10 minutes ago.
I'm gonna say
But
it
you can
again.
tell me again
You're
if you want.
so
Yeah.
adorable.
Thank you so much. Yeah, no,
She takes
box.
the box, and smiles at you and sighs and shakes her head and like pops up on her tiptoes and presses another kiss to your cheek. Um, is this for me to open now or later?
It's up to you, but it's probably best for later because you'll probably want to use it right away. So
Oh
you might want to
no.
keep the excitement in the box.
She kind of like fiddles with the ribbon that's been tied around the box. You shouldn't have said it like that. Now I want to open it.
Yeah. Well, that's a shame. You're gonna have to wait. I think it's better for you to open it at home.
She slowly tucks it very reluctantly into her little uh, satchel that she's got and sighs and sort of turns around, looks at the fabric again, and then grabs your arm and leads you away from that table. Um,
Sweet.
Caspar, you've gotten your
It's been
little
reactivated.
cloak. Um, you've had this interaction with this young lady. Uh, where are you heading next?
Well, um, I guess I'll move on to more food related markets. Get some food. Why not?
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Uh, you make your way to like the the butchers and like produce quarter, um, and again the like 4 or 5 blocks radius around that section of the city is just packed with stalls, and you are before even getting particularly close, you can smell all of the deliciously cooked meats and pies and all of this lovely food. Um, and as you get closer, uh, that all those smells sort of like they get stronger and more individual. You know exactly which stalls what food has been made. Uh,
Hmm.
and people here are very rosy cheeked, and all laughing and having a good time. Many people have drinks in their hands, and sort of little plates of food in another. Down the middle of every street have been placed just like tables that people can stand at to like rest their drinks and food on, having conversations. Um, and kind of there are a couple of bands that have taken up positions throughout this market because it's so big, that are all just playing music. It is very festive and jolly here. Uh, what would you like to look for?
I'd honestly just want to scan the market stalls, the crowd. I want to see if there's anything going on that isn't really exactly shopping, but I'm just trying to keep an eye out for really any possible like mingling that can be done. Is there anything going on that I can sort of see?
There are a few different options for mingling.
Okay, we're gonna mingle.
Some people have pulled some of the tables together to be able to then set up various like rounds of different games. Some people are playing some dice games, some people are playing card games, and there are kind of like crowds around chatting about the games. Some people have like lined up to take a turn playing. In front of the band that you can hear right now and see, there has been a section of street that has just been basically cleared so that people can come and dance to the music. And there are plenty of people that are sort of like chatting just on the sidelines, kind of clapping along to the music. Um, there are plenty of people that look eager to dance but do not yet have a dance partner. And then, of course, there seems to be various groups that are kind of growing and shrinking as people join and leave, surrounding some of the like drinks stands, as they all just have very open, cheerful conversation.
Okay, let's play some games, dude. Let's get some dice games going.
Cool. You
One dice game it.
you make your way to these tables, and you step into line, and very quickly find yourself at the front, taking your turn at the dice rolling game. Go ahead
Okay.
and roll me 3d6.
3d6. Okay.
It's just so exciting.
All right. 611. Holy shit.
611.
Let's go.
Methinks I lose.
Uh, you take your roll,
Oh, bummer.
and you keep your dice covered so that your opponent cannot see. Your opponent keeps their dice covered, um, and your opponent looks at you and says, 2 5s and a 3. You may choose to either believe them or to not believe them.
Two 5s and a 3.
You may roll insight if you wish.
I want to roll some insight.
Okay.
I want to roll some insight. Wait, hold on. I have an
Uh-oh.
idea.
Oh, I knew he was going to say that.
Hold on. I am going to cast.
Link's 2 favorite lines. I have an idea, and then followed by I'm going to cast.
I need to make sure they don't. If they do notice this, I want to know if they do or not.
Do you guys want to see a cookie I baked earlier?
Yeah. Oh, that looks so good.
I have a question about a
It's
spell
vegan.
called Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
If I cast it on somebody, does someone notice that I'm trying to cast it on them, or is that just a me? Is it really? It's a save.
Let me double check the ruling on that, but I think it is if they fail their save, they don't know, but if they succeed, they do know that you tried.
Oh. Yikes.
Alright, fuck it. We'll just do an insight check. Oh, it's a
Risky.
wisdom 15. It's a 15 wisdom.
What?
Also, they're playing games. They gotta have at least a little bit of wisdom, you know? It's not hard to roll a 15 wisdom.
I don't know about that.
It's a 5 in 20 chance. A little bit.
You, what I'm reading here is that for the duration, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures.
Right.
You initially learn the surface thoughts of the creature, what is most on its mind in that moment. As an action, you can either shift your attention to another creature's thoughts or attempt to probe deeper into the same creature's mind. If you probe deeper, the target must make a wisdom saving throw. So if you're only after what is most on this person's mind right now,
Immediately. It
then
doesn't require
then
anything.
it doesn't require a save.
Okay. We're casting Detect Thoughts.
Hell yeah.
You cast Detect Thoughts, and are very quickly kind of made aware of this creature's surface thoughts, what it is thinking about most right now. And the first thought that sticks out to you is, where have I seen this fella before? He looks familiar, but I can't quite place it.
Oh
I'll
no.
have to figure it out eventually. The second biggest thought. The second biggest thought on.
I wonder what this guy looks like.
The second biggest thought that is actively present here is two sets of numbers. The first set of numbers is 553, and the second set of numbers is 533.
Either way, it's a lie. Caspar will wait a second.
Or is that what he thinks that you have?
You're lying.
Right, Yorgo.
All right.
Do you want to lie about what you've rolled, or do you want to tell the truth?
I'm lying through my fucking teeth.
Okay, go ahead and say the three numbers you want this guy to believe, and then roll a deception check.
I'm
616.
lying through my teeth.
Natural one. So that'll be an 8.
That's so bad.
You are you call that he's bluffing. He looks at you as you say 616. You're bluffing. You both reveal your hands, and it is a tie. You were both lying.
Dude, that's legendary.
Go ahead and roll another 3d6.
Okay. It's actually kind of crazy. Okay. Okay.
5, 6, 4.
Insight checking. I'm gonna use an insight check on this one.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, that's an 8. Oh,
He seems pretty confident about this one.
you're bluffing.
He's a dirty little liar.
Your go.
636.
Are you lying?
I am telling the truth.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll me a d20.
D20. Okay. That is a 20. Natural
Oh,
20.
nice. Not 1 to D20.
Huzzah!
Huzzah.
I'm gonna call your bluff. He reveals his hand.
I'll reveal my hand. It is 636. I was not lying.
He kind of looks at you, looks a little disappointed, looks at his dice, and also wasn't lying.
Oh!
And that's another draw. Go ahead and roll another 3d6.
Holy shit, this is nerve wracking.
Another one.
Another one.
Yeah, take a sip of your Dr. Pepper.
Widow.
Dr. Pepper, widow, or Dr. Pepper.
Oh, princess.
Oh, princess.
4,
Daddy's gonna figure out if you're
1,
lying or not.
6.
I'm an inside check. 416.
That's gonna make the final cut.
Dirty 20.
Again?
He's-
Oh, bro.
He's telling the truth.
554. And you are telling the truth.
He rolled a 16 on his insight. If you are lying, roll deception. If you roll higher, then
23 on deception.
Okay.
I think you're also telling the truth. He reveals his hand. It is indeed
I reveal
416.
mine. Mine is 545. Just swap one letter or number around, dude.
Letter. Nice. Nice.
Well,
Dr. Pepper.
looks
Well,
like you win this one.
looks like I do as well.
He kind of turns over his shoulder to one of his buddies. Go ahead and get my friend here a drink. Turns back to you and holds his hand out over the table. Good game.
Good game.
He kind of walks to the end of the table where he waits as you make your way there, and then hands you a drink. So, where are you from?
I'm from the north. I'm from... I know I put the town somewhere. Hold on.
Just tell him you're from the Kulson estate. He'll totally get that.
Well, he expected her to know. Because she's from the north.
Mm-hmm.
That's different.
Mm-hmm.
It's not written down here anymore. I think I deleted it by accident. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna have to make up a name on the fly.
Yeah.
Isn't this just lovely?
Okay. Oh, I come from a northern town. It's Estenda.
Heard of it. Can't say that I know much about it.
It's a small town. It's a recently inherited estate. A few generations back.
Inherited. You're
Noble.
nobility. Can't say we get a whole lot of that here in Elmira.
There's plenty of people of overwhelming skill here, though. Nobility is just another form of overwhelming.
Perhaps overwhelming wealth.
It's true, that is what they are overwhelming in.
We don't really assign nobility in this city.
I am aware it's one of the reasons I came here.
Trying to escape it? Imagine it's a bit of pressure to be expected to hold yourself so highly above others.
It's isolating.
I imagine it would be.
In more ways than one. It's, well, everything comes with its downsides. Wealth and name come with their own. I have no interest in it. I have more interest in my study.
So you're an intellectual then?
I'd say more talented than intellectual. There are people who are smart in the ways of magic, and there's those who are able to manipulate it with ease. I find myself to be in the latter. I have been known time to time to be called such. My skill is demanded of.
Well, I invite you to break out of your isolation. There's the feast out front of the palace. I expect to see you there then.
Oh, of course, my master had invited me.
I thought you might be one of those new mages for the king. I expect I'll see you there then.
Right.
After that, near the southern wall, there's this good tavern. Late night show from a bard. Some of the best songs you'll ever hear. You're free
I've
to
heard.
join me and my friends.
Of course, I've already made plans to go there. I see no reason why not.
A date. That's what it is then, isn't it? It's a date.
No, I don't believe so.
Oh, but you said it with such a smile. You want it to be, don't you?
My master had told me to come and be merry with all of you, so all of the people of Elmira. But
and you certainly are being merry now. Listen, I know the minds of men, being such one as myself.
Right. I assure you I don't believe it that way.
So, who's the fucking lucky lass? Or
there
fella?
is no lass.
Could be a fella.
No lass or fella. There is none. I assure you it is only an interest of music.
Well, maybe there will be a lucky lass or fella by the end of the night. He pats you on the shoulder and turns to get another drink.
How do I tell them that I'm spiting my parents?
I love how awkward Caspar is. He's like, no date. I swear there's no date going on.
It's important that you know that. I don't like rumors.
It's really important that you know I'm not dating anybody right now.
Dude.
You, yeah, you are kind of left with your drink. If you would like to continue mingling, you can. There's still a group here that have kind of like made a spot for you in their little circle as they chat with each other.
Well, I'm in good spirits. Many people have talked to me today.
Yeah. This group kind of all are very jovial. They are very welcoming to you. You get a lot of like pats on the back and like little playful nudges on the shoulder and whatnot. Yahli.
Oh, yes.
You're here still.
I'm here still.
You're here still.
Sorry, I was excited by Caspar's game.
Awkwardness.
Yeah.
You you and Kessa have finished up your like rounds in this market.
Mm-hmm.
And it is beginning to grow to be sort of late afternoon, early evening. You know that your uncles are some of the people that will be bringing like drinks and food to the feast out front of the palace.
Mm-hmm.
And they did ask you to come home a little early to help like pack things up and take it to the yard in front of the palace.
Yeah. Yeah, so Yahli will turn to Kessa and essentially be like, "Oh yeah, this has been awesome. But I really do have to go help my uncles bring all their food over. But I'll see you at the feast because I assume you'll be there with your family and stuff."
I'm sure I'll show up. I think my cousin will be there tonight, but that's not her voice. That's not Kessa.
Imagine being
That
tired.
has been
Imagine
replaced.
being tired and then having to DM
Kessa has been
a
replaced with a
D&D.
random dice man.
Shut the
With a
fuck
random
up.
Scottish woman. I wonder who that is. Yeah, you sip that water. you
Fuck
get
you.
back on track.
Fuck you. I'm sick and running on 4 hours of sleep. You little shit. I have to play like a million different characters today.
Christmas special.
Christmas special.
Okay,
Yeah,
you got it.
Kessa.
Let's reset.
Okay. Lock in. I'm playing Kessa.
Fuck
Great.
it.
Kessa looks at you, and says, I will definitely see you there. I think my cousin said she was going to be there, but she's kind of been known to skip out last minute. Might head off to another party. But I will definitely be there.
Sweet. Yeah, you can sit with me and my uncles. I'm sure they'll be happy to chat to you about all sorts of stuff.
Great. Then
Sweet.
I'll see you there. And she
See you
kind
there.
of pops up on her toes and gives you another kiss on the cheek. And kind of like pauses for a sec and then loops her arms around your neck and gives you a proper kiss before kind of planting herself back on her heels and
As expected.
grinning a little and then turning and heading down a street back towards her house.
Sweet. Yahli will start, I suppose, heading in the direction of her uncles. There's presents that she must drop off to them, I presume.
Yes.
So,
you head back to your home. You head down the alley and around the back, open that back door and head down the stairs. And you can see all three of your uncles, which is surprising, all in the kitchen. They are all kind of like trying to squeeze around each other as they are rushing around doing the final preparations for the food. And at some point, Dom does kind of like notice that you're there and like pauses and sets down a bunch of plates, and like kind of squeezes his way out of the kitchen, and walks up to you and like reaches out and ruffles your hair. Hey kid, how was your day out?
Yeah, it was good. I saw a lot of things, saw a lot of people. I got some gifts for you guys. People dropping off stuff as I walk by. So I'll put it on the counter or something.
Yeah, yeah. Counter's kind of full. Maybe just toss him on the couch or the coffee table.
Yeah. You guys look busy.
Trying to get things pulled together last minute.
What'd you make this year?
Uh, well, last year, we went the route of like all the different like kind of baked things, different like meat
Mm-hmm.
pies and fruit pies and like candied pies, things like that. This year, we're
Yeah.
leaning a little more into like kind of the more on brand for our like the tavern upstairs. So we're doing more like
Mm-hmm.
smoked meats and like good like
Nice.
grilled stuff. It's a lot of tasty
Oh,
foods. Uh,
back to the classics.
we were thinking if you don't mind helping us carry it, of bringing
Yeah.
that little like kind of portable oven. We were gonna do like maybe fresh baked rolls to
Oh
put some of
yeah.
like the meats on and stuff.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I can bring that, no problem. That's
You're
why
a
I came back early.
lifesaver.
Uh, so what's going on at the tavern later? You guys throwing one of those big bashes again, or?
I I mean, listen. As much as I would love to do another, big rager, uh,
Mm-hmm.
the other two were kind of bit tired of always it ending in a bit of a fight, a brawl.
Oh, I think that's the fun part about the night.
I I agree, but I think this year they're a bit more tired. We've had a lot more on our plate. Uh,
Yeah.
so I think this year we're gonna take it easy. Just do a little something for ourselves here at home. You and Kessa, totally welcome to join us if you want to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, she was asking if you guys were gonna throw another party. I'm not sure if that meant she wanted one or if she didn't, but I didn't really know. But yeah, I'm sure she'd be happy to come over. I'm not sure if her cousin's gonna be at the feast, but if she's not, then I'm sure she's got nothing else to do. So
I mean,
might as well,
her
right?
cousin is also totally welcome.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure she'll come over after. I don't see why she wouldn't. Cool. Yeah, that's. I mean, I like the fights, but the party itself is always kind
It's a bit
of
much,
a lot.
No.
Yeah, yeah. So it's just a quiet night for us then.
Yeah, I think so. We might have a couple of friends over, but generally just gonna do like a nice little soft evening, maybe some drinks, good conversation, and turn in for the night.
Sweet, that sounds good. Cool. Yeah, I'll chuck these presents on the couch and then I'll sort out figuring out where the portable oven is.
Thank you very much. We'll be in the kitchen. We gotta leave in like 30.
Okay, sounds good. And she'll go and throw those presents on the couch. Um, Probably swing by a mirror, make sure she doesn't look crazy, and then head back to find wherever this portable stove is.
Yeah. You and your uncles pack everything up and head out and trudge your way through the streets with the carts in tow um, to the like yard in front of the palace where there are a lot of other people already setting up. You immediately recognize some of the other tavern owners, a couple of the like butchers, and some of the other like food area owners that are there. Um, you even see some of the tailors there, like rolling out custom tablecloths for this year's
Oh.
Starfall feast. Um, and your uncles join in setting everything up. And as the evening grows a bit darker, they light the bonfires that these tables are like set around, and a large kind of band begins to play as all of the people attending this feast sort of pile their way into this yard, which includes Kessa, who quickly comes to find you, Yahli, as you and Kessa and your uncles all find seats, and Caspar, as you enter this yard, your master, Louvain, does quickly step up beside you with a very faint smile. I'm very glad that you have decided to actually make an appearance tonight.
Well, I can't deprive that many people of my appearance so often.
I do hope that you lose that attitude as the night goes on.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember, tonight and for the rest of the week, it is about community, not the individual.
Right. You're right.
Let us find some seats then.
Yeah, of course.
And as you begin to make your way to the table, you hear a newly familiar voice as that lady from the clothing stall where you bought your cloak kind of
Fucking knew it. I see you, Ruby. I
gives
fucking
you
see your ass.
gives you a
God damn you.
smile as you make your way towards the tables, and she sort of like stands up from the seat that she's already taken and waves you down.
Mm.
I've got a seat here if you want to sit next to me, and I'm sure that your friend can sit on the other side of you.
Caspar looked at Laverne, and well, solves that issue.
Indeed, it does. And she gestures for you to sit down.
Oh.
And as you sit down, and as Louvain is sort of like taking off her big heavy coat, you hear another familiar voice. Oh, you're the one. You beat me in the dice game, didn't you? And you feel a sturdy hand clap onto your shoulder as this guy kind of leans over, smiles at you, and then kind of looks next to you and sees this lady. Ah, so she's the lucky lass. Good on ya.
I.
And Louvain smiles a bit brighter
God.
and steps one seat over so that he can sit next to you.
Oh wow.
Let's do both. Let's do both.
He grins at you, and then kind of pauses. I don't think I ever properly introduced myself today. The name's Ulster.
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 It's a pleasure. Caspar Kulson. Caspar will do just fine.
Pleasure to meet you, Caspar. And the woman to the other side of you also kind of perks up. I never introduced myself either. I'm Abel.
Okay, so hold on. Say that. Okay, their names. Hold on, I'm gonna write this down in my notes. Names one more time.
I will type them into
Okay,
the.
that's way better. Asher, come here. Oh, he put his paw. Do you see that? Oh, that was adorable. Okay, hold on. Fuck!
Bit of both for Caspar today. Love
I'm
that
getting
for
so
him.
many like character connections. This is important.
Yeah, so many character connections. Wonder what you're gonna do with them.
I think you guys need to remember like key parts of this man. But all right, anyway.
Look, I'm just always in it for a little bit of romance, man. That's all I'm in it for.
Uh,
I just want to see Caspar happy.
yeah. So you get
once.
you get introduced to Alster and Abel, and as people begin to like properly settle down at the table, as these tables fill up, the music begins to die down, and we're going to take a quick break before we continue.
And that's where this snowy detour comes to a pause, but we'll pick back up next week in part 2. So until then, stay toasty, mind your rolls, and happy holidays. See you in the next one.